And don't turn that dial. This is the Fli Mackie Show. I'm your host tonight, Fli Mackie. Good to see you guys tonight. Hello, Texas, Louisiana, Tallahassee, Florida, Washington, D.C. Oh, boy. Denver, Colorado. Hello. Okay, already getting notifications. Hi, everybody. So anyway, a lot going on in the crypto world. Boy, my hair is a mess today. That's okay. We have some huge announcements coming up from some of the content creators who's coming on board. You are going to be 100% blown the freak away. Excuse my language. We got some really top of the line content creators. I mean, here's the deal for you guys who don't know. So when you own a television network like we do, it's not like Facebook. And of course, we don't have the billions of dollars, tens of billions and stuff, hundreds of millions launched like they do. But they don't. I'm going to do a show about it. I'll do a show about it and show you how the network works, how you plug into the internet, how people really plug into the internet. We'll show you how the actual TV network works. We're on an FCC licensed network, which is a big deal. So anyway, so we have a platform here where we own the airtime and 24 hours a day, and we're broadcasting out under an FCC license. And the great thing about this is that we are able to bring this signal to you into your home, and in Washington, D.C., Houston, Corpus Christi, College Station, Beaumont, Texas, Lake Charles, Louisiana. All those are high income places. They're the most laid back people. If you've ever been to Lake Charles, Louisiana, those people are really nice humans. Okay. Salt of the earth kind of people, but there's a lot of money there. And so this is why we broadcast there, not because of the money, but because of the kind of people that are there. Okay. And we're glad to be able to bring the signal to Lake Charles, Beaumont, Bryan College Station, who else? Corpus Christi, Houston, Tallahassee. And, I'll tell you what's coming besides Washington, D.C. In next month, I believe, is San Antonio, Texas. Hopefully Houston, Phoenix, Arizona. We're really excited about what's going to be happening in Phoenix, Arizona. But by the way, we're running ads. We ran about, so we place the ads on our network. By the way, y'all hold on a second. Y'all don't go nowhere. Y'all don't go nowhere. Nope. Y'all don't go nowhere. You got a commercial playing. I'm gonna interrupt my own television show that's playing right now on broadcast TV. Y'all hold tight. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Oh, I know. I know that guy. And I know that guy. And we are live in the great state of Texas, Louisiana, Washington, D.C., and all across the country. Grateful to be here tonight. And there we are. I know those people. I know that guy. By the way, this is how we pay for our operations here. And we work with local contractors, nationwide contractors, advertisers, etc., and we're playing ads. And when you see an ad on Smart Money Culture Television on our network, and you if it's a debt relief ad, or somebody helping, if somebody wants to buy your house, or if you have, let's say, uh, anything that's on there, that in it, like a rehab, something like that, if that interests you at all, call that number and stay on the phone for at least a minute, because that's how we get paid. Here's another way right here. Send us copy that QR code, go to our contacts page, fill it out. If you have a 3-tab shingle roof, insurance companies are desperate to get you a new roof. That is the gospel, if you could say that. In contracting, it's the gospel. And here's why. Because the insurance agencies, when you get somebody who's licensed, bonded, insured, and certified, so that you got to have those 4 things: licensed, bonded, insured, and certified from the manufacturer. And that contractor puts on that whatever that roofing system is on your roof, that takes all the liability off of the insurance. And you've already paid them how many years? So they want to pay to get that roof done for you. If you have a 3-tab shingle, go there, click that, or copy the QR code. Just put your phone over it, and it's going to take you to our contacts page. Fill it out. There's a couple of things we need. We need your name. We need your address. We're going to need a photo of your roof, an email address. Of course, we'll get that when you fill it out, and then click send. And when it comes to this, we're going to send it over to one of the companies that does this kind of work right here, and they'll contact you. They'll work directly with the insurance companies for you. And the insurance companies, there's a 99% chance they're going to pay for your roof. Okay. And if you have a 3-tab shingle, they want to replace that roof. And I'll tell you why, because if you get a contractor like one of these guys here that's licensed, bonded, and they do all the work for you. So you make the claim, or they can even make it on your behalf, but you make the claim, and then they take over from there. And they know exactly what to do. They know exactly what to say. They know exactly how the process works. And the insurance companies, there's a 99% chance they're going to pay for your roof. We're not supposed to put statistics on it. In sales, they say never put statistics on stuff. But there's a 99% chance the insurance companies are going to pay for your roof, because after you have the new roof put on from a licensed, bonded, insured contractor who's certified to be a manufacturer's rep, then it takes all the liability off the insurance companies. Now, you still have to pay for your insurance. If you have a mortgage, you still have to pay that insurance, and you're going to pay it. Of course, not only typically you'll get a discount in your premiums because you have a 50-year warranted roof on there. Okay. And then you have that warranty from the manufacturer who registers your property, they register your name, and now you're covered for the next 50 years. Okay. And that takes all the liability off the insurance company. So if something happens, guess what? The manufacturer or the warranty, whoever holds that coverage, which is the manufacturer, they're the ones who have to take care of your roof. And matter of fact, these roofing manufacturers want you to have this new roofing system. They want it. You know how much money it saves them? Because people think, they get a roof from a contractor, and the contractor says, yeah, you have a warranty. And then but that roofer isn't licensed, bonded, insured, they're not certified. Guess what? How good do you think that warranty is? They spend more money, telling the manufacturers, because they're not going to pay for something that's not done the correct way. But when you have somebody that's licensed, bonded, insurance, you know how many actual roofs they have to replace? That number is so small. So not only do the manufacturers win, the insurance companies win, and you win. But the insurance, if something happens, the insurance companies aren't having to pay. Who pays? Well, the manufacturer, who holds the warranty with your name and your address from that roof, which is pretty cool stuff. Okay. So go there, and this is how we get paid. So we get paid when we turn these over to these contractors that are licensed, bonded, insured, and certified from the manufacturer. Anywhere in Texas, anywhere in Washington, D.C., anywhere in Florida, Tallahassee specifically, anywhere in Florida, anywhere in Louisiana, anywhere in Arizona, specifically Phoenix. If you're in the Phoenix area out there, then hit that QR code. We have a contractor that will refer you to out there. This is how we get paid, okay? And this is how we support our company. Also, too, if you see one of these ads and and it relates to you, then don't be afraid. Hold on one second. We are going to go to commercial break. Woo! I love that. Very interesting stuff, guys and gals. Very interesting stuff coming on. We do some Fli Mackie here, you guys. We're going to come back from commercial break any second. You guys hold tight there. They're in the great state of Texas where we're at, Louisiana, Washington, D.C., Denver, Colorado. Yeah. And Phoenix, Arizona, too. If you have a house in Arizona, go there. We're going to come back from commercial break any minute now. You guys hold tight. A lot of stuff going on in the crypto world. Oh, my. Call that collection number. It's on TV right now. We got another minute ad playing. It was the top of the hour. Okay, it's the top of the hour. Okay, hold tight. We're going to record for a little bit. You guys hold tight. We'll be right back after commercial break. I'm looking at some. Look at Bitcoin, $98,399. It's up on the 4-hour candle. You guys hold tight. Wow, is all I got to say. Are we going to be live here in just a second? About 15 seconds, give or take. What a day in the market. Let's have some coffee. What? And there we are. Welcome back to the Fli Mackie Show. And I'm your host tonight, Fli Mackie. And we're having some fun. I know. I look like a lumberjack. I got my Bitcoin shirt on with my flannel. You guys forgive me. That's okay. We got, anybody knows me know I like to wear a blazer with, a button-down shirt or my Bitcoin shirt and blue jeans and tennis shoes. Anyway, you guys hold tight here, okay? Let's take a little look at what's going on with Bitcoin right now, trading at $98,351. Now, if you look over here to the right here, You see here the volume for the day. Woo! Trading volume in the last 24 hours, 35 billion. Okay, so it slowed down. You know, it was up in the 60s and 70s. It traded 121 billion a few days ago. But right now, it looks like it's consolidating a little bit. 35 billion, $370 million in the last 24 hours. It still has the market cap on Bitcoin is 1,950,000,000,000. That is just incredible. You get Bitcoin to stay over 2 trillion. You know, it needs to be closer to around. Of course, it's not going anywhere. We're going to do a show on this. Most people have, yeah, we're supposed to be at. Okay. So you have, I'm getting lots of messages. Y'all hold tight here. Ooh, this is amazing. Okay, so you have what's inside the Bitcoin, which most people have no clue. I asked a guy a couple of days ago who's been, this guy is worth who knows how much, tens of millions. And I asked him, do you know what's inside of Bitcoin? He had no clue. People with money don't always, they're not smarter than you. They just have more money. So never feel that you can't, play the game or, do something as great as the rich folk have done, because you can. It's just a matter of you positioning yourself and working at it. It's like that guy in the mine. He's taking his pick and then he gives up. The next guy comes in, he hits it, and then all of a sudden all the gold comes out. Okay, so never give up. Work as hard as you can. Broadcast offline. Well, why is that? So I'm getting messages. Oh, we're back. We're back on again. Y'all hold tight. All right. The engineer's gonna be mad at me. Hold on a second. Hold on. I got to do this. I learned how to do this stuff. Okay, I'm live. All right. I'm learning how to do my own playlist. Can you believe that? There was a time where the engineer said, Fli Mackie, don't touch it. Oh, boy. I can't believe we get to do this stuff. Holy cow. I'll tell you a story. My mom used to say, itty bitty, what's going on with you? I said, nothing, Mama. She goes, you smell like you pooped your britches. Come here. And she grabbed at me and I took off running. You know how little kids are. We're not paying attention. I'm skipping back into the kitchen. She grabs me and she pulls my pants back and she goes, itty bitty, you pooped your britches. She said, and I said, no, Mama, I'm holding it for my brother. The look on her face, like, what is wrong with you? Oh, I love my mama. I was raised by a Jewish mother and an Irish Catholic father, and I'm telling you, I am so grateful to. I am so grateful that they adopted me. Very, very lucky human. Lucky young man. Okay, I was very, very lucky. Anyway, hit that QR code. Put your information in there. We'll pass your name on to one of these contractors who's licensed, bonded, insured, certified. It is a 99% chance, if you have a 3-tab shingle roof, that they're going to get insurance to pay for your roof. It's that simple, okay? Does insurance want to do it? Yes. Okay. It's not because of me. It's because of the connection. Hold tight. No, I'm getting messages here. So I got a meeting tomorrow. We got a meeting with some software people, and okay, it's on. And they're like, so one of the engineers, I said, hey, you want to be on this call with me tomorrow? They go, what for? And I'm like, because I can't even spell technical, And you can. He goes, okay, I'll be there. Yes, you will. Thank you very much. That's people used to tell me these are not working man hands because they're so smooth. But I'm a worker. Okay, getting back to Bitcoin. Let's get back to Bitcoin. But this guy who's worth tens of millions of dollars, give or take, didn't even know what's inside of Bitcoin. Do you know what's inside of Bitcoin? Do you have any clue what's inside of Bitcoin? Well, most people don't. That's why you got people like Michael Saylor, who's the third largest, him and Michael Strategies, they're the third largest hodler of Bitcoin in the entire world. Behind, who's the other two? Can you guess? Well, the United States government and China government. Now, these are all big stories all on their own. Who in the United States government holds the Bitcoin? Because you hear them talking about that they want to have a strategic reserve. Well, they already have it. Trump just doesn't even know where it's at. One phone call, I could tell him exactly where it's at. Besides that, then you have the Chinese government, who the whole time is telling their people, crypto, Bitcoin, it's all outlawed there. They don't allow it there. But guess what? They're doing it. They've been mining Bitcoin. They've been working crypto for years and years and years. They displaced 100 million Chinese in this province, beautiful too, hundreds of miles. Imagine these two beautiful valley mountains, okay? Huge mountains with a beautiful valley, river down at the bottom, but this runs for hundreds of miles, okay? Hundreds of miles, and people living on the sides of these mountains for thousands of years told you have to move because we're going to flood your area. They didn't want to go, but that's what happens. They flooded it, built a big dam, and then they built, some power plants there. For why? Well, lots of things. Artificial intelligence, so they could run that, have the electricity to run that, and what? For mining Bitcoin. Isn't that something? Anyway, this is not conspiracy theories. These are facts. Anyway, you have the Chinese government, number 2, the American government, number 3, MicroStrategies is number 4, MicroStrategies number 3, Michael Saylor and his group. And I'm doing what President Trump says is the weave. So we're getting back to it. So Michael Saylor's in his belief in what he's strategizing and what he's estimating that Bitcoin sometime around 2035 is going to be worth about $13 million a piece. So let's say they're worth $13 million a piece. Okay. So you don't need a lot of a Bitcoin. I was talking to a young fellow the other day. He says, I got in too late. Right now, Michael Saylor is raising more money. They just spent $3 billion buying Bitcoin. They got another $5 billion or so that they're going to buy. I think that's the next round they're on right now. They're going to be buying all the way up to millions. So it doesn't matter what the price is. They're still going to go up. I'll give you another example. And this is a story that's been playing out there in circulation in the crypto world. There's been a guy for the last several years, from day one, pretty much has been buying $30 worth of Bitcoin every day. Bam, 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 bam for the last 10 years. And guess what? He spent $86,000 total, and now he's worth over $1 million. So that's a pretty good investment right there, right? That's like a 12 time on your investment, maybe 14, 15 time on their investment. But that's a good return on their investment. Anyway, so just people say that the top of Bitcoin's in. I don't think so. Come on now. Yeah. Look at the stock market when the stock market started 200 years ago. But since the late 1800s, when they started monitoring the stock market, this is what it looks like right here. It's been going straight up for over 140 years now, 150 years, been going straight up. Not straight up, but it's been going like this. Does it have this? Yes, there's a lot of this going on. But if you look at the overall, it's like this. It's a trajectory going straight up almost. because the world gets bigger, more people buy into it. You got people that get this stuff and they just sit on it forever. Hold on 1 second right there. Hold on 1 second. We're going to go to commercial break. You guys hold tight. We'll be right back. Okay, y'all don't go nowhere. Bada bing, bada bang, bang. We'll be right back. Y'all don't go nowhere. And we're back. Fli Mackie here with the Fli Mackie Show here on Smart Money Culture Television Network. So, as we're starting to grow, yeah, somebody was just asking me, as we're starting to grow, our productions are going to get better. You know, I'm a big believer in turn your camera on and just start filming, you know, and then send me your stuff. We'll put it on TV. I'm a big believer in that. And then as we're growing, though, you know, the networks, you know, the big boys and the big girls, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, Sinclair, Gray Television, et cetera, the, you know, the full powered networks, they're under specific rules and regulations on how they're able to broadcast their shows. Now, over here on the low powered television networks, we're not under those same, but policy rules and regulations. But with that said, I know I'm going in, I'm weaving again. Okay. Anyway, we're not under the same rules and regulations, and we can pretty much do whatever we want over here. They don't want us to cuss, though. You can do pretty much anything else, though. Okay. But anyway, so you'll see a lot of really amateur like shows like mine. I hear TV station owners tell me all the time, they go, Fli Mackie, like your show is so amateur. But yeah. Thank you. I have something that I've been doing for years in about an hour, and then of course when I travel, I'm not able to do it. We won't get into all that. But you know, I recommend that you do service work. The more you can do service work, it'll change your life. I was a missionary for, you know, the better part of 10 years, and it changed me. You know, I'm still a little dumb. But it changed me, you know, it changed my perspective on life and giving and stuff like that. So anyway, highly recommended to do some service work. Okay, getting back to what I was, let's get back to micro strategies, okay? Because I really want to touch base. You know, I was doing the weave, but Michael Saylor is a huge believer that the price of that Bitcoin is going to go up. Why? Because of what's inside it. and how it's been escalated through the institutional buyers and sellers. So these guys right here are starting to funnel a little of those $1,000 trillion that's over here. And in order just to put just 1% over here, diversify over here, is how much of your 1,000 trillion, a couple of 10 trillions. There you go. So, once they diversify over here, then there's no stopping it. Okay. But once again, getting back to why that coin is going to go up is because of what's inside the Bitcoin. So if you know what's inside the Bitcoin, you're going to know, hey, this is a great reason of why that I should own just a little bit of it. Now, we're not giving financial advice. We're just saying, hey, that's a great reason if you knew what was inside it. Okay. Let's talk a little bit more right here because there's some really big news going on. I want to talk a little bit about the coin here, trading at $98,410 as we speak. You see that here? And this is a what? This is a 4-hour chart right here. Let's take a look at XRP. Look at this over here when XRP dropped down to, what was that, $1.80? Ooh, look at that. Well, right now it's sitting at $2.51, and here's XRP sitting at $2.51 right now. The trading volume for the day on XRP, and we'll look at some of the other coins too, is $4,310,000,000 for the day, with a market cap of $145 billion. A lot of stuff going on with XRP. So we've been following XRP for a little bit here. I won't get into all this charting that I've done right here. This is really amateur stuff, amateur hour right here. But this is the trajectory, and we'll do some more charting. You get a chance. You guys get a chance. Follow Christopher Inks. He's a homegrown boy in the great state of Texas, here where we're at. And Christopher Inks. And that guy right there is a world-class technical analyst, trader, teacher, etc. I mean, just world class. Okay. This is a good guy to follow. Mark Meckler, Wolf of All Streets, is also, I've known that guy since, he was just a common, what they call a common fella, really has come, is in his own now, has 1 million people following him, and on and on and on. World class at trading and stuff like that. But now remember I was talking about doing the wave. We got some great content creators that are signing on to the network. And so originally, when I was talking to you about how the system is, so we own the airtime, okay, that we're on right now. And the folks like you who just go on to like YouTube, you add your videos to YouTube, right? So here, TV is not free. So I pay for the airtime. We own the airtime. We have to pay for it. And then that allows us to have all this time, 24 hours a day. Okay. So when somebody like you who has great content wants to come on, send us your stuff. And I'll play it. If I think it's worth playing, then we'll play it and we'll see what the audience thinks about it. You can monetize it later if you decide you want to monetize. Okay. Just like on any other business. If you go out to that business and you go, hey, I think I want to spend some money on marketing and advertising. Same way here. If you decide that, you want to go the TV route, then spend a little money on marketing and advertising. Hey, now getting back to this right over here, hit that QR code, put your phone over it, just like this, put your phone over it, and then it's going to take you to our contacts page. If you have a 3-tab shingle, you want insurance to pay for your roof, go ahead and hit that QR code. You have to put your name. Now, if you just send us your email address, we're not going to reach back to you. You have to put your name, your phone number, Of course, it's going to have your email address. You need to put your address in there so that we can refer you over. Well, you don't have to put your address, but you have to have your name, telephone number, and of course, your email will be attached. And then we'll turn you over to one of the licensed, bonded, and insured contractors. If you're in Arizona, we know exactly who to send you to. If you're in Texas, we know exactly who to send you to. If you're in Florida, we know exactly who to send you to. If we're in DC, we know exactly who to send you to. If you're in Denver, know exactly who to send you to. Oh, by the way, if you're in Phoenix, Arizona, there's a great contractor there, and those guys know exactly what they're doing. There's a 99% chance insurance is going to pay for it. Okay. All right. You see that weave? Man. Okay. Let's look at some news. Okay. Let's kind of scale it down a little bit. Look at this right here. How can a politician make, 180,000 a year and be worth, this is Elizabeth Warren right here. It's because of insider trading. She's a crook. A lot of politicians are on both sides. It's just not right. Something's not right about that. Okay.
Money out.
I'm not a big fan of Sean Hannity.
And money on to advance America's interests. That is our goal here. That's all that's happening. Anything else is fear-mongering by the left because they don't have a real message.
Well, it's because they don't want you to look into where all that money's going. Yeah, this guy right here called on the murder of all white people. There's quite a few news stories over the last couple of days that I wanted to cover that I have not covered. We'll go to that in a second. Yeah, the FBI is leaking. There's going to be about 5,000 of these guys. Hopefully they fire. They're cowards. I mean, I'm going to tell you something, guys and gals. Just hold on a second. Y'all don't go nowhere. Let me tell you something, guys and gals. It's not smart to talk against, federal agencies because they'll come after you, like the ATF, and the FBI, CIA, those guys right there. But sooner or later, you got to take a stand against this stuff. These guys are nothing but cowards. There was about 5,000 of them in Washington, D.C. out of the 16,000 agents there that were working on against Trump, trying to put him in prison, and as well as the J6ers, those guys that went to jail. So those guys need to, retire or something like that. You can call them every name in the book, doesn't matter. But when you weaponize your government against the people of the country, sooner or later, you're going to have people that say, I don't think so. And that was the big mandate when you had President Trump that was elected overwhelmingly. And by the way, he had won way more than 7 million votes. The estimates aren't exactly there, but somewhere around 20 million that he was won by. And the reason that it ended up being so close, I think it was about a 3 million. I think he was still ahead about 3 million, was because in all those states that the blue states that didn't have voter ID, they just kept adding votes. Just kept adding votes. That's it. That's what they did. And some of these elections, some of these parts too, like out in Arizona, they just kept voting. Had Carrie Lake should have easily won. I mean, Trump won easy. She should have easily won, but for some reason, 3 days later, she lost. Okay, or whatever. So you have a lot of corrupt politicians, and then getting back to the states who don't have voter ID, you've got these folks over here that's just throwing ballots in, however they do that. But it is what it is. Anyway, we're not upset with anybody. We just, he was mandated to do something different. So now we just need to stand up and, be willing to, say your piece and let the chips fall where they may. But anyway, I think those FBI agents ought to do the government a favor and quit. Now today, or retire. Today, Kristi Noem said, Homeland Security said that those 87,000 IRS agents that were going to come after you, small business guys and gals, that she's going to redeploy them to go to, she wants them to be deployed down on the border and to help, round up people with ICE, stuff like that. Let's get back to a little bit of this news here. Some good stuff. I want to play some of my, let's go over here. Let's see what the latest posts are. Yeah, there's a lot to go here. Do your history, do your studies. Look at this. Doge found Wall Street Apes does really good reporting. They don't put out stories without verifying. They know what they're talking about. They do really good stories here. 50 billion a year is going to people that have no known social security number. Wow. Interesting stuff here. Very interesting. Here's Alex Jones. Elon Musk is massively exposing the ultimate crimes of the Democratic Party after posting on X, look into this Schumer guy. He's definitely done crimes. Wow. That's a pretty bold statement. Yeah, they don't, the Democrats and these people, the deep state, do not want this uncovered. You guys pray for President Trump, Elon Musk, and all those guys and gals that are working in Doge and in our government as a whole. Even pray for the bad characters that, they come clean. Yeah, humiliate themselves. Look at this. This is in Hezbollah weapons stash in Lebanon. We are literally funding our enemies. This guy right here is a criminal. He should go to prison. Well, he's just a bad character. He's a bad character. This guy thinks because he got a pardon from Biden that he can just keep on going and doing what he's doing. He's going to wind up in prison. You watch. At Candace Owens, she's on one, I'll tell you. Yeah, something's not right about that. Look, she's crying because she don't want to do it. That's sad. I can't watch that. Yeah. This girl's on one right here. She's not going to have it. Well, this is going to continue for a while because they have to round up the criminals. They spent $1 billion to audit the 2018 financials And I promise you that Elon Musk and his Doge team are going to do it for almost nothing. They'll get to the bottom of it. These stories are really hard to listen to. They're really hard to watch. They're really hard to watch. This girl right here, this is a sad story, right? This girl right here is begging. She does not want to get married. Her parents are forcing her to get married. We're very lucky in America. We're very lucky here in America. We're very lucky. No, Canada's not going to prepare for a war in America. We'd smash them like a bug. Oh, yeah. The Democrats don't want the trillions to be saved because that's how they're getting paid. I hope you know that. The Democrats don't want these payments to be stopped from all this extra money that's being spent by the federal government. They don't want that. Why? They don't want that because that's how they're getting paid. Hold on. Let's go back over here to Bitcoin real quick. Nothing's really changed on that. But let's just look at it for a second. It's still right at where it was. See here, Bitcoin still trading at $98,385, right where it was. It moved $1. It was at 386 just a few minutes ago, but it's been staying pretty steady right there for the last, hour or so. Hold on a second. I don't know why that matters. Let's take a look at XRP. Still trading at $2.51. Holding steady. Bam, just right there. It's been about the same for about the last hour or so. Let's just refresh that real quick and see. Yeah, it's still exactly where it was before. Okay, let's go back to some more news over here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's going to be some crazy stuff going on. That's an old story right there. It's just being replayed. Oh, he's going to go full Andrew Jackson, all right. Okay.
On the Republican side in the House and Senate, who control both the House and Senate, is going to speak up and challenge us. But we need to protect Americans privacy and their social security. For 40% of all Americans, Social Security is the basis for their retirement.
Is that the
and their
Matrix?
retirement.
Yeah, don't mess with Samoans. Those guys are so big. Okay, no. Of course, that's Hollywood. Look at that stuff. Just sometimes I can veg out. Sometimes I can veg out on these stories, because it's crazy. Sometimes you can just veg out on these stories and go, I can't believe they're saying this stuff. Anyway, we're having fun at it tonight. We're going to go back to regular programming. I just wanted to come on air. Let's look at it, at Bitcoin and XRP and some of these other coins just real quick, okay? Once again, here's Bitcoin trading at $98,393. And we're going to end. Oops, hold on a second. We're going to end with, and you guys thought I forgot it. You remember the weave? So Michael Saylor believing that Bitcoin is going to be around $13 million by the time 2035 rolls around. I think, and I've been right as much as anybody else in the crypto world. I think Bitcoin's will hit $100 million because of what's inside the Bitcoin, and it could easily go to 100 million. By the way, Bitcoin is deflationary, not inflationary. So the more that these dollars move over into the crypto world, it causes deflation, not inflation. That's a whole nother story right there. We put in our ideas. We sent our ideas in on what we thought, how to pay off the debt. It's not anybody. Don't let people tell you that you have to do the work, that you can't do something, because you can. You don't deserve anything in this world except for what you work for. So if you're brown like me, you don't deserve the raise, or you don't deserve a job, or you don't deserve money because you're brown. You have to work for it. That's the way it works. And those who are the best are going to win out, no matter what color you are. Getting back to Bitcoin right there. So the more money that comes in, the more valuable that it is, the more that you're able to spend that money in the economy. Oh my gosh. Imagine, you guys, you don't have to have, by the way, I'll get back to this last point before we leave here. Like, Bitcoin is going to go up. Okay. It's going up whether you want to believe it or not. Okay. 348 million owners of Bitcoin worldwide. Over 300 million are not even from the United States. So, how can you be dominant like President Trump wants to do? Well, you have to have some coin where you're not putting it out on the market. You let people own some of it where they're buying it in, but you have to hold it. Like, the government has to hold it and not put it into circulation, not fragment it out, not try to, sell it, stuff like that, but let people buy into it. And as it goes up, then of course, then they can sell it down the road back to the government. The government can buy it back, resell it, stuff like that. but always keeping it in house. You can really make this country really very wealthy, because imagine having like 1,000, 2,000, like MicroStrategies has 220 something thousand Bitcoin. Yeah, we're going to get there. You guys have been watching the Fli Mackie show. I rambled all over the plates, and we're going to end with this story right here. When we first started the show tonight, I was talking about us doing amateur shows. Just turn on the cameras and start filming, right? So that's how we do it now. Now, we do have some content creators that do great shows. They, you can tell they're well directed, they're smooth, they're not high priced productions, but they know what they're doing. Okay. So if you send us some information, say, hey, I want to do a show, and you send us a show pilot, you have to have the production there. It has to be presentable on TV, because nobody's going to watch it. I get people go, your stuff sucks. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But you're still watching it, right? They go, yeah. But as we're starting to grow, and as we start to scale across the country into different markets like Washington, D.C. and Dallas, next month or so, we should be in San Antonio. That's going to be, I can't wait to be in San Antonio, Austin, Dallas. We're in this close to buying some television stations. Let's see if that, with somebody else's money, of course. But let's see if we can get that done. That'd be a great day. You've been watching the Fli Mackie Show here on Smart Money Culture Television. I've been your host tonight, Fli Mackie. God bless you. Have a great night. And see how that show works? You guys out there in the internet world, out in the streaming world, y'all have a great night, okay? Let's see if I got that right.